All right, running. Let me see. Now your boy might be coming down with something. Not gonna lie, might be coming down with something. I barely go fucking anywhere. I think that's why my immune system is so weak. Let's see. All right, cool. Well, what's really good, LeSBP Trading Familia, Buenos Dias, Bonjour, Bon Dia, Salvona, Guten Abend, Konbanwa, Masakea, up top. Thank you all for tuning in. So, we're just doing like a little Sunday night open market kind of session. Nothing too serious. If you got any questions, let me know. Most of the time, we're just going to be looking at the market. I'm going to be kind of explaining exactly what I'm looking at, what I'm hoping for, and where we'll be going with the trade, all the other stuff. So, first thing first, let's go ahead and look at our open positions, and then we can kind of go from there into other things because I do have not a good bit, but I have, some stuff that I do want to talk about. So let's jump into that screen. Cool. All right, so open positions. I did not mean to do that. All right, so open positions for right now. This is Forex.com. This is my live account. Currently, we are up $12.21. Don't jinx it though, because overnight this could oh fuck, I just jinxed it. This could go to shit. So here we have CAD JPY and Euro JPY. We're up currently 100 in total, probably about 180 pips altogether, a little more than 180 pips. So we're doing pretty decent right now. But once again, like I said, we could jinx it. So I'm not going to talk about it too much. We're just going to jump to the chart so I can show you how it looks on the chart. And then we're going to look at just a few other things after that. All right, let's jump over here. Cool. So I'm going to put myself on the screen somewhere so that you all can see me because I like to wave my hands when I talk. All right, so lift that up a little bit too. Chop them off the top of my head. Move that back. Too close. All right, cool. So let me get this off the screen. My bad. Doing a lot right now. All right. So currently we're looking at Euro JPY here. We entered in this market slightly late, and I mean I'm saying that in a way that doesn't make me feel bad. We entered this really fucking late because, like, to be honest, we should have been in way up here, I believe, according to my confluences, which means that we should be up like 4 to 500 pips already, but we did not, so that's totally on me. Currently, right now, we are in the trade. If you remember Friday's video, I'm not sure if I did a live or if I did a recording, but either way, we jumped into this trade after these two candles here. We waited just for a little bit and we got in just a tad late, which was good because technically we would have had to take a lot of drawdown before getting back to this point. Now, to be honest, I honestly don't think it's going to continue, but my hope is that it does continue at least for a few days, at least down to where my entry is. If you can see, I even have a kind of another position here where I want to kind of tack on 0.33 more pips, or not pips, 0.33 more lots before we actually, start to tank down just a little bit. My true hope is that we can actually at least make it to this particular wick right here at the bottom. Excuse me. But in reality, I'm thinking we're probably going to make it to like right about here, which is a little more than half of the position, half of where we would go for the position. So like probably about 60, almost 70% of that of the position will be completed by then. And that's when, in my head, I'm saying that I should probably close that extra 0.33 lots that I add on or that I'm going to add on. I'm probably going to close that. So, no, sorry. Yeah. So 0.01. 0.03. Sorry, 0.033. I think that's how many lots it is. It's not 0.33, it's like 0.03. Because I believe 1,000 is just a 0.01. My bad. Sorry, kind of messing up. But either way, I'm going to add on to the position, as you can see. And then once we add on to that position, I'm hoping we can at least reach this part, this candle wick. And then after that, be done with it. We're not too far away from it either. So kind of hoping it hits it tonight and pushes through it just a little bit. At least covers, some of these candles by tomorrow. Actually, I didn't even look to see if we had news. We got CPI this week. Interesting. But you know, at least push through a little bit, get down to this area, and then you know, maybe continue from there down to this wick here, which I should probably mark for myself. Boom. What that is. I'm gonna call that. Nope, can't make it yellow. Actually, I kinda. I don't know. Can I make it yellow? Make it green. We're just gonna say green and then put TP on the end over there. 16, make the ball. Cool. All right, cool. Yeah, so that's gonna be my TP for this 0.033 watts, something like that. All right. Anyways, moving on from there, we have CAD JPY, and we'll get to talking about this in a second. We have CAD JPY. Now, CAD JPY is actually doing really, really fucking good. I don't know what to tell you. I just set my TP, like the full TP, down here. To be honest, I should probably be adding on to this trade and not the Euro JPY trade. The Euro seems a little bit stronger than the CAD JPY trade. But for right now, this is where we're hanging out. I feel like I'll be more willing to let this trade ride all the way down. So that's why I'm not going to add on to it, because I feel like this one could possibly go all the way, you know, the distance. So I'm going to leave this one alone. And this one is not as far in as Euro JPY, it doesn't feel like it's as far in as Euro JPY is, as in confluential downside push. So I'm just going to leave it alone, let this bad boy ride. And then once it hits my 1-to-1, which is right here, I need to actually move this. Once it hits my 1-to-1 right here, we're moving stops to break even, and then whatever happens, happens. So we'll see, you know, how that goes. My hope is for it to continue. And don't get me wrong, I'm mad about this position still, because this is where I wanted to get in at. And we had a second opportunity. I just kind of screwed the pooch, but yeah. So as you can see, we had a first opportunity way up here, which was really, really good. And we missed it by not even a couple of pips. 3 pips. Yeah, like 2.4 pips, and then it went straight down. So kind of pissed me off, but it's all good. Either way, yeah, so we're waiting on that to continue. Now, 2 big things that I noticed over this weekend. I did a lot of testing. I always do a lot of testing over the weekend, because I feel like, hey, you can never learn too much. Now, I try not to switch my strategy up as much as I used to when I was, you know, first started trading, 4 years ago now, back actually December 2020. So 4 years almost, yeah. But either way, I try to just switch the strategy up when I'm testing. I just want to, you know, fine tune some certain things. I'm not going to completely switch it and swap it out for something else. I just want to see if there's anything else that I'm missing that's already in my confluences that I can use to help myself, you know, better my trades. So what I ended up doing was I ended up testing this weekend and looking at, you know, I made a top pick, second pick, third pick, and duds kind of list. And basically, all in all, that's just saying like, all right, what does my strategy work on the best, you know? So jumping into it, currently, my strategy works on, I should have honestly left it the way it was. The purples are actually my number ones, my tops. But the reason why I end up moving these down is because they kind of correlate with other pairs that I don't want to mess up that were in the second picks. But either way, anything in purple, anything that has a purple flag is a top pick. I just had to move it down to a second pick because it correlates with something else, and I don't want it to correlate with something that I will already be willing to trade. Like Euro USD correlates with AUD USD, not like 100%, but you know, nothing's 100%. But as you see, they're both against the dollar, and sometimes one will be moving while the other is moving slowly or not at all. Like, it's kind of weird to say, but you know, it'll catch up later on, but sometimes it'll just be really iffy. I learned this from a while ago. So I didn't want Euro USD and AUD USD to both be top picks, because then I'll end up getting in one, probably getting in the other, and one of them will knock me out while the other one's winning, which will end up negating my whole trade, because they'll both end up, you know, like want to be like this. Sorry, I don't know if y'all can see that. Want to be like this and want to be like this, which means I just zero out. So I went on ahead and put Euro USD up here, kept Euro USD up here, put AUD USD down here. The USD CAD, I don't want to lie to y'all. I think USD CAD, and USD JPY. I feel like one of these or the other correlated with the other. So USD CAD and USD JPY. Something that correlated kind of oddly. That was the reason why I brought it down. What about GBP odd? I think it was GBP odd. Like it correlated anything like in my head, anything over like 50%, I didn't want to have it, mess around and trade it, and this, I'm out of the trade. Either way, I don't know. For some reason, I chose GBP odd over USD CAD, but I'm thinking I might move that shit back because it looks like it doesn't correlate with EUR USD, right? Yeah, so negative 45. So I think I'd be okay to actually use USD CAD as one of the ones because it is a better, like these are all over 50%. When I tested them, all over 50%. The purples are over 50%. So 52, 53, 55, I think it was. AUD I can't use because it does correlate too much with EUR USD. And then USD JPY was also in the top. This was like 48%, win rate. And all I did was test it. I'm not going to say that it's actually going to be that way, but from what I tested, it looked good. So we're going to roll with it. But USD JPY is up there too. Now, as you can see, my second top picks are going to be GBP odd, AUD USD, GBP USD, NZD USD. It doesn't mean that I'm never going to trade those. It doesn't mean that. If I do see something, I will possibly trade it. Because they're still at the top of the list. They're still available to trade. They still work well with my strategy. But they're not at the top picks, the first picks, because of the simple fact that they just correlate too closely to something else. Or they negatively correlate so badly that, if I am in something, it might just screw me over. Either way, you get what I'm saying. Third picks, I honestly don't think I'm going to be touching these. These are in yellow because either they have a decent win rate, but because of like a risk to reward or because of, the way that it breaks even or something like that, it just didn't do well. So it more or less either broke even or lost by like a very, very, very small margin. Or it could have won by a very, very small margin, but it just wasn't enough to say that it's actually a good pick. So these ones in yellow, they're not horrible, but they're not good either. Or they're not going to push me in the way that I want to move forward, with trading. And then reds, of course, it says duds because that's exactly what it is. It's a dud. I'm not going to be able to trade those because of the simple fact that my hands are ashy. Sorry, I gotta put some lotion on. Yep, keep lotion on my desk. The duds. So they're in red for a reason. But the funny thing is, we're already in two of them. We're in CAD JPY and Euro JPY. Actually, I didn't even look at the correlation of those two. So CAD JPY and so Euro JPY right here and CAD JPY 41%. So hey, I don't know. It's crazy. See, like you can see Euro USD and AUD USD 84%. But there is that slim chance where it'd be fucking up and you'd be like, really? So either way, yeah. So yeah, we are in two dud trades right now too. So I'm kind of weary about it. I'm not gonna lie to you all. I didn't even check to see if y'all can actually hear me. I'm so sorry. I could have been talking this whole time just to the camera and y'all can't even hear me. I usually check at the beginning of the stream. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. So I'm kind of weary about it. Okay, so we can hear myself. I'm gonna like my own fucking shit. But either way, I am kind of weary about it. I know that these are not good with my strategy. But the flow seems really nice right now. Like they seem to be moving in the right direction. They seem to be what's the word I'm looking for? Strongly trending. I guess for lack of better words, they seem to be trending pretty strongly to that side, which is the downside right now. So we're gonna let it ride. Like I said, once this hits a 1-to-1, break even. Once this hits back to the entry point and a little bit below right here, break even. because I really don't trust EUR JPY for some reason. But we'll see what happens. We're not at the woods once again. We are currently up by about $10. So we're gonna see what happens. If it's good, it's good. If it isn't, then we end up out of the trade. But these are my top picks: Euro USD, USD CAD, USD JPY. Those are my top picks. I think USD CAD just didn't. For some reason, I just didn't want it. Just didn't like it. Just look ugly in comparison to JPY. I don't know why. JPY looks so much better to me. Them curves look good, I guess. I don't know. We did recently lose a pretty hefty trade here, though. I was talking about this one last week. But either way, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. Euro USD is acting real tricky right now, too, by the way. So if you're in Euro USD, man, you might want to back off. But either way, news for this week. We have CPI on Wednesday, and then we have PPI on Thursday. More than likely, I will not be trading on Friday. I usually like to do kind of like a once a week live stream on Friday. I just started it. But we'll probably end up doing it on Thursday instead of Friday because I have to head up to VA to go see my fam. So we'll probably end up going out that way. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. I think that was all. So yeah, y'all have a fantastic week. I'm gonna leave everything running except me. I'm not gonna be on camera. I'm gonna leave the trades up for like another maybe 15 minutes, and then after that I'll come back on. Well, in the stream, the point wasn't to stay on too long, but I really wanted to show you all, you know, how the trades look, what we're expecting, and then we'll go on from there. I'll be sitting by the computer if y'all got any questions, but yeah, these are the two trades that we're in: CAD JPY, Euro JPY. Both of them are running very small profit. This isn't a big account, by the way. This is a $300 account. So if you need to see that down here at the bottom, it's not a big account. It's with Forex.com. Yeah, that's it. We're not gonna be winning thousands and millions. This isn't 300 to a million. But either way, yeah. So we'll see what happens. All right, let me know if you have any questions. I'll be on for another 12 minutes and like 20 seconds. I'm going to 30 minutes. So basically another 12 minutes and 30 seconds on here. All right. Why? Why am I getting sick?